everyone. Welcome back to another episode on the Honest Hour podcast. I am your host, Dami Fernandez, and we'll be diving deep into a thrilling and interesting topic that talks about love in the digital age, whether it is real or just a reel, like Instagram reels you get. So before we get into the nitty-gritty of what exactly is going on today, I would like to appreciate our sponsors, Ziba Entertainment, for always being there and for always backing us up at every turn. Moving on, I would like to introduce my amazing, my beautiful, my wonder, the girl, after the girl, after the girl, to the girl, to the girl, to the girl, my beautiful Balikis. And to the man of the hour, the man of the hour, the man of the hour. You see, I'm saying man of the hour so many times. I would like to introduce the wonderful Mr. Daniel Ajayi. Welcome to the set, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So, like I said, love in the digital age. They say they find love, like people find love in digital age. They find love on social media, and I'm like, is that true? Can that be real? Is it happening? So, how I guess today is going to like take us through that tour and give us insight into the possibilities of this thing, because some people have that notion that it is true, while some people feel like it is fake, real or fake. So, what do you have to say concerning this whole idea of finding love in digital
Thank you
age?
very much. I'm going to say, based on my own perspective, love in the digital world is a real and not just a real. It's very real and not just a real.
Okay.
In the sense that we've seen people with results. We've seen people that they end up finding their life partner on social media. So for that reason, we are going to say love in the digital world is real and not just a real. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to the part of emotional vulnerability, you've not seen this person before, and you are not sure whether this person is actually real, being that, the profile or the personnel that the person brought to you, you can't actually access it. It's online, it's not
Of course,
physical.
yes.
So, like, how can you weigh that, like, to give you that notion that, I want to be free with this person, I want to, like, let out so much for this person to know?
Okay,
especially about me.
I'm going to say there are ways you can go about that, because I've seen many people that they are victim based on this digital platform and finding their soulmate, in the sense that they are not very conscious, they are not very how am I going to put it? They are not very wise enough in order to know how to go about it, because this person you are talking to or relating to is a total stranger, and there are things you ought to put in place in order to verify if this person is authentic. And what are the things you can put in place? Number one, there are just time you ask for a video call. I mean, the person is not aware. It's just like, okay, can we have a video call now, this moment? And when that person starts saying, oh, can you just give me some 5 minutes, 1 hour, can we have it tomorrow? And some other day you ask like that, and he's giving that kind of talk. You should understand that something is fishing. There are ways to balance things in order to know if truly this person
But
is
then I feel like there are some
authentic
people
or
that are
not.
very good, that they will make you feel that comfort that, nothing is actually going on, like everything is okay, and give you that assurance that, one day we will meet. Like, speaking on that aspect of like long distance relationship,
Of course.
it cannot exactly.
That's why I said you must be wise enough regarding the sweet talk, regarding how romance, how I didn't know how enticing the word can be. Make sure you stand on your point in order to know if truly this person is authentic. And those are the way that I stated, like asking for a video call, asking, just moving. For example, let's say you're talking on the Facebook, you can move from WhatsApp. Yeah, and just, okay, let's talk on here and let's make a video call now. Just call him on our way and see if truly it's the same voice you had yesterday, you had today. And also make sure the time you are going to put in place for you guys to see must not be a long time. When you guys are talking, having your chat, you must make sure that you bring the initiative of you having, what's it called, a get together, make sure you see, so you are going to know if truly the person you want to be the rest of your life with is really worth it, and it's really your taste before you base your entire resources on it.
Okay. So Baliki is like looking at that aspect on deception. What do you think? Because everyone has that notion that girls are like, I want this guy with this type of body build. It must be handsome. It must be rich. It must be this. It must be that. White boys are like, oh, my girl must be a spec. She must be on point. Like, how can you weigh that part of deception, being that it's not everybody that is going to be this particular, are not going to have this particular trait. So how can you weigh that in relationships online, like finding love online?
When it comes to online relationship, each and everyone have their own spec, like, as you call it. Like, okay,
Yes.
this is the kind of person that I want. I want 6 packs. I want someone that's very tall. I want this. I want that. You might get to see online, since you've put it out there to people that this is what you want. So people that have that kind of personality will come to you, but sometimes it might not actually be.
Exactly. People can put up fake
Yes.
profiles or
Like
ew.
they'll just bring it up, like, okay, this is actually what people want much. Like, okay, then I'll have to come up with something like that and put it out there for people, so that they will think that this is exactly who I am. And when you later get to see the person, you say, this is not the person that I saw online. How is do you know that some people, some instances, like they've been dating online for a very long time,
Yeah.
and okay, at last they later decide to meet. And when they get to meet each other, getting to see that it's girl and girl that have been chatting with each other.
I remember one time like that. I used to follow this reality show, Catfish, and then when this girl came out, the guy was like, he felt like he was being catfished, that this particular person is not real. So they now
Okay.
planned to go and find out who that is. And when they find her out, she happened to be like this very obese lady.
Wow.
And then when they asked her that, what is your reason behind catfishing this particular guy, she was like, that I was just doing it for fun.
For fun.
And in my head, I was like,
Emotion.
at first I wanted to think from a perspective that because she's obese, so many people might not want her for who she actually is. So she now created that personnel, she created that image online that I am this, when she's not actually that. So justice for
But there are lots of people out there that want people that are thick, like maybe not obese, but people that are thick, and she can actually work towards reducing her her size, maybe going to gym. But I think this online thing is 50-50.
Exactly.
Because there are lots of beautiful marriages out there that people got to
Yes.
meet online, and they saw each other and things went well, and their marriage is beautiful. But there are some that it's another way around. Like, okay, you think this is the kind of person, and some people, it's not actually their fault. Some people, they are photogenic. Like, when they take pictures, they look like you fall in love with the person, but when you get to see them in real life, like, it's like, God, what I heard that was what I got. This is not what I saw in the picture.
Exactly.
And there are some people that they are not photogenic. That you can't judge online. They're not photogenic. When they put their picture out there, you might not like them, but when you get to see them, you're like, wow. Like, you
They're
look more
actually
handsome
very
or
beautiful
prettier in
in
person
person.
than what I saw online.
Yes.
So it differs. It's 50-50.
But both of you now, I'm throwing out the question to both of you.
Okay.
Which particular form of having a relationship do you prefer? Do you prefer social media wise, or the normal traditional way where you guys get to meet each other on dates? Because social media relationships might not really, really, really give you that opportunity to go on dates like that, especially if you're not even in a long distance relationship and the person
Okay.
cannot afford tickets to fly down to come and meet you. So you now have to be waiting till the person finally gets the fund. That's long. That's way long. So in a way, I feel like it might not. So what do you guys think? Do you think that particular avenue is right compared to the normal traditional ways
I think I guess you.
of getting in a relationship?
I'm going to say there is no boundaries, or there is no boundary from where you guys can find love.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't place bound it's just someone I met physical. That's the kind of person that is going to be. There are diverse ways that God can bring your life partner to you, and social media has done a very beautiful job on that. So I'm just going to say we need to educate ourselves the more, that for the fact that you met somebody on social media does not say it cannot work, because some people out there at the back of your mind that it is impossible, you cannot find love on social media. Some people, that's just their mindset. So when a genuine one comes and says, I want you to be my wife, I want you to be my, no, it's impossible. Because of the mentality that they have, that this thing cannot work. So let's just correct that wrong notion. It works at times. It works at times. So now, based on your question, I'm going to say, whenever you are going on this preference, maybe physical or social media, at the long run, when you start on social media, you are going to bring it to the physical also. So also, if you start from the physical, peradventure, work might bring distance. Are you going to say you want to end the relationship, you want to end the marriage? So you must build yourself, that there is no way around that life treats you, that you can find a way to maneuver and survive through it when it comes to love. And that is why you see some homes, they end up being shattered. Why? Because the woman cannot do without seeing the husband every second. And now work has taken the husband to a very far distance, that the husband is now coming, let me say, just once in a month, or let me say just twice in a month. The woman cannot cope, the husband cannot cope. Such thing brings what? Brings imbalance to the home. So let us build our mindset, let us build ourselves, that there is no way life treats us when it comes to love. Maybe building intimacy, close intimacy every time, or building it once in a while. We should know that we can survive through all these things. So there is no route, there is no way we cannot find our love. But as for me personally, when you say, okay, which one am I going to prefer the most, I'm going to say I will prefer both, but let me rate it in 100%. I'll prefer physical 60%.
Exactly.
There is nothing like there is nothing as sweet as having you guys around each
physical
other.
contact and talking.
Seriously
yes.
speaking.
But at the long run, you guys are still going to end up being together when you guys married. Do you think about that?
Do you know?
Well.
Do you know that there is difference between relationship and marriage?
Relationship.
Relationship,
marriage,
you guys
of
are not.
course.
Relationship leads to marriage. I accept, but you know, you guys are not married yet.
Of course.
When you are still dating, you can still manage having that long distance. When you are dating each other, like, okay, you're not together. But do you know that when you get married and the bond is not really much, sometimes it's cause problem. When I was growing up, I used to be a kind of person that would be like, no, I cannot stay away from my husband. When I get married though, once my husband is leaving this place, I'm following him. If he's traveling to this place, I'm following him. But later when you are growing up,
When you are
you get to
getting much
realize
older.
how life works.
Of course.
Like sometimes there will be situation whereby you have to work now. You cannot be sitting at home now and be expecting only your husband to be doing all the things. Sometimes life might happen and your husband will have to travel to another place, and you will not want to leave your own business that you are doing, and you just have to find a way around it in coming back. But I think the best thing is just to know how to manage both together at the same time. Managing the distance and managing it when you are together. So when you get back at each other, make you feel like you've not even been away from each other for a very long time. You get to be happy together again. Then you manage the distance when you are not around, to make sure you talk to one another at least every day. Then you make it work. That's just it. Managing both.
Okay, so
It's just the best.
I see that you've been really advocating for like online relationships a
Of
lot.
course.
What do you think about this scenario where you feel they're already feeling a connection with that particular person, and then you've given your all, but then maybe that person is battling with one particular thing, maybe like the person is what's that word? Maybe the person does not have complete hands or complete legs, and is very conscious about how he looks, and he already gave you that image that is this kind of guy, and then you now finally see each other, and then you are seeing a different thing. How can you like handle that particular situation?
Thank you very much for this kind of question. You know, I've come across this kind of scenario physically. I remember when we were growing up in our area, there is this uncle that we call him uncle because he's very old. So he was dating someone on the social media, and these guys has built intimacy
Yes, sir.
via online. So they pick, like I said, whenever you are engaging in any Romeo and Juliet on social media, make sure you find the nearest time for you guys to see each other. Before you now spend 1 year and you start crying, after he wasted my time, No, make sure you find time to see each other as soon as possible. So these our uncles, they pick a date so that they can see each other. And lo and behold, this girl that was very beautiful, and when you are dating someone beautiful, especially as we guys, we build ego on him. Say,
Yes.
you seen the picture of the girl I'm dating? It was showing every one of us in this trial. You're just
Me too,
saying,
shackling
our
on.
uncle, that. So lo and behold, that girl came to our street, and as the guy saw her rather, the girl had, what's it called, a leg physical challenge. One of her leg is bad. So the guy just pretended as if
He did not know her.
he did not know her. He just walked by and just switch off his phone. So you understand that kind of scenario.
Because that person will have been traumatized.
Of
How do you
course.
expect him to now go back and be like, oh, I want to try out relationship on social media again?
Of course.
So that's why I feel like you cannot exactly say it's all rosy and
of course,
all
that's why he said whenever you engage in online something, I didn't mean he had this at the back of his mind.
his
It's a
mind.
thing they can do a video call and just say, move backward, let me see you, let me see how you look.
Nobody
Let me
will think to that
so
area.
you must think to that area, because the person you are talking to on social media is not the person you've ever seen before. He's still a total stranger until you guys see each other face to face.
That's why I said it's 50-50 actually. You might think it's the best, like, okay, you've seen the best person, you've seen your best part on social media, then later you get to find out that no, it's not what you think. And sometimes you might be having doubts in mind, like, is this person okay? Is this person? Then you find out that this is the best person ever. So it's just 50-50. That's just it.
Yeah, so what do you guys think about dating apps? Do you think it's like authentic, like it can help a relationship to work? Like dating apps like Tinder, like you get.
Wow.
Do you think it might work?
Of course, one of the things we must take notice, we check the result, the testimonies. In as much it is working for some people, that means some people are still getting results regardless of all the bad negativity, how we see it. In as much some people are still getting results, that means it's still working. That means it's still good, because some people find their life partner via this social media of a thing. Now let's paint a scenario. We see people that they find a white partner on social media and they end up coming together as husband and wife. So how are we going to place it if not for the role of social media? So we shouldn't water down the role of social media when it comes to finding love. It has its own
Advantages,
It has its own advantages. So we should always have that at the back of our mind. That's just what I'm going to say.
About that dating app, I think people are misusing it. That's why we think it's not working.
Okay.
It's actually working, but the rate at which it's working out for people is lower than the way people are misusing it. Some people will intentionally put their profile out there on that app, making people feel like, okay, this is the real person. Then when they later get to talk, even some girls might have loot a lot of guys on the app, collect money,
Yes, so.
non stuff like that. Then later on they get to be like, now just leave this guy jare, I'm not going to go with him. Then
Exactly.
she moves to the next person, loot the person again, still move to another person. So they make people have insights like all those are bad. But do you know that the extent at which people are trying on this dating app, it goes to the religious aspect too. There are Islamic apps that you just put your profile out there, then you put the kind of man that you want there, then the kind of man that has that kind of potential will come and meet you, then it will work out. But still yet, people are still misusing it.
Yes.
That's why they think it will not work, but it's working.
But there are some people that are looking for like a committed relationship, and some are not looking. They're just looking for someone to just have fun with. So what do you think? Like, how do you think that can be balanced? Like, you can't exactly know if this person is actually ready for a relationship with you, and you are giving your all, and the person is pretending to give his own all to you, and then at the end of the day, I feel like there should be like boundaries, or there should be like this way you can't. I don't know. How can you like explain that?
Relationship, and what I always think about relationship is that when you are going into a relationship with someone, me personally myself, I'll have it at the back of my mind that I cannot date someone that I cannot end up with. I cannot go into a relationship with someone that I am not proud of, that will not be able to tell people that this is my man. No. Since I know that I cannot marry you, I'll not bother to go into a relationship with you. But there's some people out there that they have it in their head that I'm not ready to get married now, so we can just be having fun and just be dating each other till when I'm now ready to get married. And people that have that kind of mentality, that they want to have fun, they will not let you know.
Exactly.
They're always
That's why.
playboy.
Yes,
they call it
playboy.
playboy. So
Playgirl.
yeah, playgirl too. They will make it real. They are the ones that always look committed most.
Yes.
They will make you feel like they are ready, they want you, only you, but no, behind. So I think the thing that you can do in that aspect is that you have to be very sensitive, you have to be conversant, you have to, because before you could get to trust someone, me at the beginning of relationship, I always have trust issue. You are the one that will prove yourself to
To
me
you.
that no, you
Yeah.
are committed to this
course.
relationship. Then I'll be able to trust you 100%. Like, okay, yes, I trust my man. He can go this way, because people are unpredictable. I can't read your mind.
Exactly.
I don't know what you are doing behind me. You might be doing all this rosy, cajoling me, flattering me in my presence. Then behind my back, you are the ones doing something else that is contradictory to the relationship, and you are making me feel good, like I'm in the
Yes.
right relationship. So I think you just need to be conversant about your relationship. You have to be very careful with whatever you are doing in the relationship before you now put your whole mind there that, okay, then I'm committed to this relationship.
Okay. Do you have anything to add to that?
I'm going to say, people say actions speak louder
More
than
than
words.
words.
Exactly.
Yes.
If peradventure, let me say, maybe I have someone I'm dating, and there are ways I'm going to know if truly this lady is into me, if truly this lady loves me, if truly this lady want to end up with me. There are things I look onto to know if truly this one is genuine.
Okay.
So I think why we get it wrong is because we've fallen too deep inside love.
Yes.
And like they used to say, they said love is blind.
Exactly.
So it's going to blind you from seeing those red flags. So when you are being blinded, that's what
You
it's
don't want to see any wrong.
You don't, even the wrongs, you call it right.
Right.
And that's why I'm not personalizing it now. Me, if I'm going into any relationship, I don't fall in love 100%. I just fall in love
That's a bit
50%, and I
guided.
let my brain to be at work 50%.
Yes.
So I will
Okay.
know what to do, and I will know how to balance things. Because when we just say, okay, Romeo and Juliet, go and check those Romeo and Juliet. 80% of it don't used to work.
I think I'm learning.
80% of it don't used to work. Why? Because all those red flags, and let me say parameter, maybe they end up and they married. When they get marriage is called an eye opener.
I start seeing every flaws.
When you are doing courtship, when she's asleep, you peck her, you put the duvet on her, that's still Romeo. But when you guys get married, and that's why I
The
ever
reality
think of it,
comes.
someone gets married before a month they divorce. The question you are going to ask them is, what are they doing when they are having courtship? What are the things they are doing when they are having courtship for just 1 month and they end up? So when we are going into any form of relationship, let us go in with our brain. Like the scripture, the Bible, I used to pick some words from that holy book. It says, watch and pray. If scripture can give us that kind of words like watch and pray, it means even as you are trusting on God, that man or that woman you want to end up with, watch her very well.
Exactly.
Know the kind of woman you want to end up with. Know the kind of man you want to. Is this person that is compatible with you? Is this person, like my other speaker said, that you are proud of? Because you don't marry out of pity. I think you are just digressing, but it's worth it. You don't marry out of pity. Like, let me manage her, let me manage you. When you guys get married, even if you guys did not divorce, that home will be on air. Because what? You will just be what's it called?
Struggling.
That's just it. So I'm going just to say, you guys should go into relationship with your brain, be sensitive about the kind of partner you guys
Yeah.
want to end up with. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I think it's established now that when you want to enter into a relationship, you have to play with your head and not just your heart. You have
Exactly.
to be watchful, according to what our guest
Exactly.
here said. So thank you so much for joining us for another episode on the Honest Hour. And we hope you've learned one or two from this interesting topic. Please don't forget to like, share with your friends. We'll be back again with another thrilling and interesting one again. Thank you for having us. God bless.